Hey everybody, it's your girl Swan Sword, aka Hioki Healing Empress. I'm coming to you at um I'm sitting here at the Met Cafe. It's like close to where I was at the Daughters of the American Revolution, aka fucking National Witch Coven, witch bitches that like to cast death spells and shit like that. So, I'm at the point now where I'm like, fuck it. Fuck everybody, fuck their little secrets, fuck who they are, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. They done did the most. Like when I say I've had the most done to me, I've had the most. Hell, I just had a bitch this morning try to sit up there and give me coffee with fucking poison in it. I'm over it. Not to mention, oh, hold a second, y'all. The reason why I was there, they have a library there. So I've been going there and I've been doing my online thing over there and stuff like that and doing my meetings and stuff. Now y'all see this shit right here? This motherfucker. So, dude, this is the director. My ear looks all swollen up in here now. Now that everything done faded away. Look at that shit. So, this dude sits up there. Oh, and let's not forget about this. But he got a little scratch to try to say that I was like hitting him, but I'm up here defending myself and shit. Because he want to be at the library fighting. Like, look at that. So, they have a lounge or whatever. It's like a museum and a lounge. It's called Constitutional Hall, which, by the way, I'll get into the Constitution because the original American Constitution is not the one that everybody thinks it is. There's one actually written. The real Constitution is actually written in blood magic, which is actually inside the Washington Monument, which is why they call things a monument because they bury things, you know, memorials. So, anyhow, I'll get into that later. So sitting there, I'm sitting there waiting because I had a meeting at like 11:30. So I usually go up to the library and I usually put my stuff down and I said I'll go downstairs and I'll go get like they have coffee and stuff downstairs. Like walking back and forth because as y'all know I wear my thing is dirty. As y'all know I wear prosthetics. So I try to make my trips as less frequent as possible. So and like the bottoms of my teeth be done, right? But now it's aching, but then it's aching now more. Cause so I'm sitting there at the table. I found the table with the charger, the plug, or whatever, because I've seen other people do it and they usually didn't have no problem with me sitting in the lounge or whatever. So I'm sitting in the lounge and I had me a plate of food that I had from the other day, and I said, well, you know what? Let me heat it up since I'm here. That way I'll just, kill kind of two birds with one stone. I won't come back downstairs till it's time to leave. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking over some paperwork for some other stuff for another meeting. This MF, excuse my language, what they call director of security or whatever. He little punk ass bitch. So he come up there and that's what I call him. So he come up there and so he walks in there. Now I see this dude all the time. So he walks in there and goes, oh, you usually up at the library. He says it with a cackling, hackling, sarcastic type mode thing. And I said, yes, normally I am. And I just like I always do, if I have an important cold phone call, I'll make it down here. Oh, well, I can have you removed from here. For what? That's the first thing that come out your mouth? And I said, secondly, why are you questioning me like I'm 12 years old and not a 42-year-old woman? So I'm looking at him like this, and and meanwhile, I'm looking at my tablet and I'm looking at my phone. I'm sitting in the chair. Now, me, all while, I got a walker. I'm in two prosthetics. Don't get me wrong, I can walk in my stuff and I can be if I wanted to. But why am I gonna start fighting at the library? Seriously? So anyway, we in the National Museum at that. So we sitting in there. And now he come from the kitchen with his cup of coffee that he was getting. I thought he was leaving. Literally to try to be like, oh well, you need to listen to me. I said I ain't got to listen to nobody. I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the director or whatever case may be. You're not gonna talk to me any kind of way like that. Well, I'm the head honcho here. He tried to, pull his balls out of his fucking mouth. And I was like, and I just looked at him like this. I said, oh, okay. This is what you want to do, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm not raising my voice and yelling with nobody because he sounded fucking retarded anyway, like a child. And turns out he really was a demonic child. Y'all should have seen this demon that came up out of his face. But anyway, so then he sits up there and he goes, So he sits up there and he gonna come to my table and stand over me like this, and I'm looking at him like this, and I stood up, y'all. I was like, why are you standing over me like you lost your mind? I said, what, I come here, I've been coming there for like, I don't know how long, like over a week or so. So, and I do the same thing every day. So I was like this, and I said, so you just coming over here to pick a fight anyway? You gonna listen to? No, I don't have to listen to you. Go get who you gotta go get. Go get your supervisor or whatever, and that's what I said. So he said, so I said, just leave. I said, leave. I'm done talking to you. Bye. Leave. I'm sitting down. He sits up there and he gonna pull a chair out, y'all, and sit down at the table that I'm sitting at and go, no, I ain't gotta leave. Like that. I said, what are we, fucking 12? What are we? Are we children? Is this what we do here in this fucking country? Is that what it is? Is it time where people that don't know how to grow the fuck up? Is that what it is? I said, you sound like a fucking child. And that's exactly what he sounded like. He sounded like a child. No, I'm not going to get up and sit down. No, you're a punk. And they hire people like this to be directors and stuff. You're a child. It's that simple. A bunch of unhealed people with jobs that they should not have. It's just that simple. I'm over it. I'm way over it at this point. Then on top of it, so he sets the coffee cup down. I said, listen, you know what? I'm going to leave. So he gets up, walks over to the door, and closes the door. That they have two, the double French doors or whatever. So they close the double French doors. And I'm like, and I'm looking at him, and he stops in front of me. I said, so which is it? You want me to leave? Or you want me to stay? So I go to pull on the door. He tried to pull it shut, and I just got up, and I looked at him, and I got it, and I was standing right here, toe to toe, face to face, and I said, you need to get the hell out of my face before you lose your job. And I said it 3-4 times. And you know what he did, y'all? He took his hand and went like that. So then when he took his hand and went like that, I kind of went backwards, but the table was there. So I went to go get up, and he sat up there and gave me a 1-2 combination. And then was like trying to act like, and then when I was getting ready to defend myself, then he tried to act like I was getting ready to hit him, which the fuck I was. Cause I said, how you gonna give me a combination? Or it's like combination, child. So, and he's like hitting right here. But you don't realize, even with the ear got a story to tell too, So, we up here like this. So he mad because I got prosthetics on like this, and he can't just slam me down on the ground or whatnot. And I'm like this, so I took my arm. He had it like he was getting ready to, I'm getting ready to take you up out and take like that, Hooker was digging into my shoulder, right, which is how I got this. He ended up this, so I swung my arm around, and I grabbed him by his head. I was gonna pop his head like a fucking zit. I said he sat up there and then he got mad when I grabbed his head. And he went up against the wall. So my nail scratched him a little bit. So he got a scratch. That little bitch tried to tell the police, oh, she started to have to fight first. But yet, when he threw me up against the wall, the motherfucker had the nerve to sit up there and sit down and try to get on top of me like this. But I took my feet, because y'all know my prosthetics are metal. So I took my feet, and he couldn't get over there. Now, I was getting ready to get his balls, because I was going to hit the shit out of them balls. I promise you. But he seen it coming. So he jumped back. Then when I went to go he said, get up. I said, I don't know who the fuck you talking to, because I am going to get up. And not only am I get up, I'm going to get up and knock your ass out, because you already know it's going to take me one hit. I said, he walking over here. He walking over there like this. And he literally gave me another combo as I was getting up. I said, you know what? I wasn't even hurt, y'all. I was mad. And then, the worst part about it was, the more I got, the more I stood there and wasn't hurting, the madder he got. And so I looked at him. His own people, he tried to call his own people to come get me. I'm going to have to do a part 2, y'all, because I said I'm running out of minutes. But he tried to call his own people to come get me. And the more, his own people had to hold him back from his rage, looking at him like he's crazy. Because he the one tripping. I said, you about to lose your shit, right? Anyway, y'all stay tuned for part 2.